Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Weazel News. We are your hosts, Lindsay Lauren, and next to me, Dick Dastardly. It has been a few weeks. Welcome back.
Yes, it has, Lindsay. It's good to be back. It's the new year. You know, we had that one newscast right here at the beginning of the new year, and now here we are back in full stream.
It really has been here in full stream in effect. We have been away for a few weeks while we had some personal changes and things like that. But we also have been planning our new year within Weazel News itself, and we do have some awesome things coming for everyone, and we are excited to share them at a soon to be determined date.
That's absolutely correct. I know there are car shows planned. There's going to be motorcycles shown, and
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be some races down at the Maze Bank Arena, maybe a few over at the casino.
Yes.
There's some bike clubs hosting all kinds of things this coming year.
Yes.
And all kinds of new citizens coming to the city too.
Absolutely. We've had quite the remarkable numbers of community members coming in, and they will be highlighted as our people of the week coming up here shortly. But we are forever welcoming new citizens and interviewing new citizens, and that all can be linked at the links to the side. It can be linked at the links, guys. New Year, same Lindsay Lauren.
Not much changes. Always a good time.
Right, we love it. But let's get into things. Let's see, what do we have for us to talk about? A lot has happened.
Oh, well, I think the easiest thing to do is cover like the last week or so. It's probably about the easiest way to do it. So we can just start with last night, if you want to start last night.
Last night we had a lot going on. We were rolling with some body cams of the San Andreas Fire Department and the San Andreas State Troopers. All departments in the city did a fantastic job, as always. We did start off our night pretty hectic. There was a call out in the area of the Polito Bay Lodge, which luckily, as all of you know, we have had several missing people throughout the past year, 2022 into 2023, and the San Andreas State Troopers have confirmed that they have found Sally Mander, and she is well and safe at this time. They are still investigating what went down, but we do know that at approximately 3 p.m. on on Saturday afternoon, the law enforcement were called out to the lodge in regard to some boxes that they saw, and they did find Sally in that hotel room.
Wow, that's crazy. I understand she was recovered alive, though she may have been dehydrated and malnourished. But I do understand they recovered her alive and she was giving information to the law enforcement. Is that correct?
That is correct. From the information that we got off of the LEO on scene, the fire department was also called to that scene just to make sure that she was okay and no other harmful things or substances were recovered in the area.
That's always a good sign to hear of our citizens being recovered alive and well for the most part.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully she heals quickly and they can catch the perpetrators that done this to one of our citizens quickly.
Absolutely, yes. We of course wish Miss Mander well in her recovery. Speaking of recovery, the fire department last evening got a call about an hour after their first call for a car that had, I guess, I don't know if they rolled into the ditch or they hit the guardrail, but there was, I believe, a pickup truck that went off-road off of Route 1. Do you know a little bit more about that, Dick?
The only thing I was able to get from the dispatcher was apparently he has somehow went over the guardrail and ran off the cliff onto the beach just off of Route 1. Or maybe he was hanging on some rocks in the trees in the area of the beach.
Wow.
Wasn't 100% sure. There were two occupants in the vehicle. I'm sorry, I'm going to correct myself. There were two occupants in the vehicle, and both were taken to Toledo Medical and given treatment at Toledo Medical, and I believe they were released from Toledo Medical with non-life-threatening injuries, but they were possibly some broken bones and some bruising, the typical wearing your seatbelt, airbag deployed bruising.
Wow. Well, hey, at least they were both still alive to see another day. That can be very dangerous, especially with our weather conditions that we've been seeing lately. Especially after having the snow in the city, you'd think that people would drive better after the snow, but thus, we still have crashes daily and happening throughout the state. So definitely watch what's going on.
That's right. And speaking of watching what's going on, there was an alleged carjacking last night right across the road in front of the fire station. Called in by the medics at the fire station, and I think they went to tend to the subject of the victim of the carjacking. And the victim of the carjacking was pronounced deceased on the scene.
That's unfortunate.
There was a bolo out, so the law enforcement has advised us to forward this bolo to our viewing community that if you happen to come across a gray Rumpo, unknown tag number at this time, but it's a gray Rumpo with dark tinted windows. Dark tinted windows, please advise your local law enforcement and they will attempt to make contact and maybe discuss and find out if they may have been involved in the carjacking with the death of a citizen.
Wow. That is, it's always hard to hear about, somebody passing, even if we don't know them personally. We hate to lose residents of our wonderful city.
Yes, it is a most terrible thing to lose those residents. On a possibly related case, it could be unrelated case, one of the drivers of Mosley's towing service was also stabbed a little while later on by a similar subject, but he was a different subject. Both subjects were reported wearing the same style shirt. One was a black and white checkered shirt, and the other was a yellow and black checkered shirt. So they're not sure if the two incidents were related or if they were completely unrelated. So anybody with information on the stabbing of the Mosley's employee,
Yes.
they asked to contact local law enforcement and let them know what you may know.
Absolutely. A lot of, high volume information coming out this week, involving and needing our community's help. So of course, if you guys have any information, all of the numbers to call will be at the bottom of your screen now. Yeah, we've had a lot going on, and as you said, they had multiple, different, excuse me, I'm blanking on the word, identities come in as the possible perpetrator, so therefore it was, even harder and more realistic to find the person or people who are at fault, or are at guilt, I guess I should say.
Accused until proven innocent.
Yes, are at guilt.
Accused until proven innocent. I'm sorry, my apologies.
No.
Innocent.
It's
been a while since we've been on air.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are a hot mess, and it is showing. But we wouldn't have it any other way. Yes. So, yes, absolutely. A good lot to think about. Let's see. I know they had a fire earlier in the evening, I believe at Postal 3015 in Plano. It was an electrical fire sparked by, I believe, a mattress hit the electrical, or maybe it was something else. But I did hear there was a fire, pretty big house fire out in Plano last night.
That's what I understand. We had several structure fires last night. I heard they had that structure fire out in Toledo, and then the gas station right there just up the road from the hen house caught fire, which is actually owned by one of the, co-owned by one of the firefighters of the SAFD.
Now, we do have to talk about this a little bit more, because if everyone does remember, we have talked about how the fire department has seen more suspicion and more volumes of arson on their own homes, properties, personal lives, and it is definitely something to keep an eye out for. No one has been taken into custody at this time, but as we get more information from our local law enforcement, we will let you know at the earliest convenience. But those firemen have been going through a lot lately.
That's right. Luckily, I got a friend down there. He's on the fire department, but apparently he owns an apartment in the city. So he says he's not quite as worried about his apartment since it's so much farther away.
Mm-hmm.
But several firefighters own houses there in Toledo, and I think several firefighters' houses have been set on fire, caught on fire, and some of their co-owned businesses were caught on fire also.
Which, it raises so much suspicion on who can be, after our firemen, as they do a great job in the state each and every week. So it's it's sad. It's sad and disheartening to know that somebody would not have a heart and do something like that to our enforcement here.
That's right. Luckily, the fueling station had a quick response team come out, and they had immediately started working on repairing, cleaning up the smoke, water, and fire damage, and working to get the station back in order.
Wonderful.
Because that is one of only 2 fuel stations within Toledo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, within many miles, because I believe that the next closest one out there is on the highway by Sandy on one side, and then on the other side
areas one side. Yes, ma'am.
Yep, and then on the other side you don't have anything until you hit the city almost.
You got that one, I think, it's just south of Fort Zancudo, but that is a very
Oh,
long ride.
correction.
So if you're running on fumes, you might be in trouble.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Which I mean, I guess puts a point that we, especially if you're out there in the mountains and whatnot, definitely watch your fueling levels to make sure you get around San Andreas properly.
That's right.
Yeah, I've only ever ran out of gas once, and I was on a jet ski, and luckily we had some people to tow us back in. But yeah, not recommended to run out of gas.
Yeah, I always check that fuel level. Try to keep about at least a quarter tank of fuel in your vehicle when possible. Don't try not to let it drop below a quarter tank, because that's a long walk in some of them spots. And I know there's some of those wonderful fuzzy pet kitties that walk around the mountains, but they don't like everybody petting them. We had Miss Sharp had a unfortunate
Yeah.
run-in one time with
Yep.
some of those pet kitties. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know that I'd call them cute, but they're definitely feisty.
that they are.
Definitely feisty. Let's see. Going in, going into later in the evening, possibly related to another previously seen by law enforcement. It was connected that a call at an airport where they found unfortunately, a deceased and murdered female. They are keeping her name private right now, as they're still trying to find the next of kin. But if you know any information about anything that happened at the Polito Airport last evening between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. And those are the hours that they believe this could have happened in. If you know any information, or you saw anything, or you know of anything, please let law enforcement know at your earliest convenience, as it is related to a case that is now working.
Yes, please let them know as soon as possible, because, like you
Yes.
said, one of our citizens was affected by a tragic outcome tonight.
Yes, and it is known to me that the investigator on this case will be Captain Rico of the San Andreas San Andreas State Troopers. So if you have any information, please call 311 and contact the State Department.
Yes,
Speaking of
ma'am.
State Department, the DOT has been doing a great job with their upkeep on the city and citizens, or the city and the roads here in the state for our citizens. We've had quite a few more DOT workers come on and join the force, along with becoming a player on the server. DOT is open to all new civilians coming on in, and we can take this time to address and welcome some new people as our people of the week. Crusher has come into the server recently. We would like to welcome him in. We also have Anthony, who has been a longtime supporter of the community. He's on here. Same with Blade. I believe Logan Gaming. He may have been here for a little while. Unsure of the date that he came in. Peer Drop is also one who came in recently. Welcoming back Promise to the server, who's been gone for a bit. And we're happy to have him back. Blade Studios also came in, and a big supporter of the community. Colby has come in, great supporter of the community. So definitely check out the people around here. Turtle Gaming, also another one. Trauma Medic, who has come in. We haven't seen a lot of him, but we hope to see him very, very soon. And RPing out. Did I forget anyone?
I don't know. I think we may have covered everybody. There was a long list of people who have come into the city in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and that list seems to keep growing like daily almost.
It is daily, and we love to see it. So congratulations and welcome to everybody that we just listed. Awesome, awesome
That's what
group.
was so busy last night. I talked to a dispatcher and they said they had 25 different dispatch calls in that 2 hour
Wow.
time frame.
Wow. That is
And
a lot.
that's just ones that was input by citizens in the area. It's not counting the ones from the line of sight
Wow.
officers doing
Yeah.
traffic stops.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
Most
That is
definitely
a lot. Yes, indeed. Do we have any businesses that we'd like to highlight this week?
Well, I know the bean machine is under new management down there, down in the city. So I think we just do a little quick highlight of the bean machine coffee shop down there. I believe Stacy Sykes, which is a
Wonderful.
newer community member, has actually taken over ownership and management of the bean machine.
Congratulations to Stacy Sykes on that achievement and the purchase of the bean machine. We look forward to drinking more coffee and getting our morning pick-me-ups at that location.
Absolutely, most definitely, because he's actually came around the other night and he was giving out free samples of his items.
Wow.
Which was pretty cool. You know, I just now had he was giving some coffee beans away, so I made me some fresh coffee before we started this show tonight. And that coffee, fresh ground coffee, is honestly absolutely good.
That's why the break room smells so good tonight.
That's exactly it. You know, that's why it smells so good up there. You know, I was going to share the donuts he gave me, but they didn't quite make it into the break room. I kind of chowed down on those on the drive down.
You didn't leave me anything. I'll have to go down there and support myself, but always happy to do that for our community. Let's see, what are we forgetting? Because I feel like we're forgetting stuff. The weather is cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Watch out for the spaghetti noodles. They're killer.
I really wanted to say that for weeks and I always hold back, but yeah, no. But it'll be pretty sunny this upcoming week. We look forward to the nice weather coming on in. Pull it together, Lindsay. Pull it together. But we look forward to that nice weather coming on in, as it's been windy, very, very windy lately, but hopefully the winds can die down at Vespucci. I know a few weeks back we had a Coast Guard stream, and a lot of different citizens and boat rescues happened that evening, but it was windy out there, which made it very difficult to find people in the water, but the Coast Guard did an excellent job with their air units to find the people and citizens of San Andreas and help out the community. I know last evening or a few evenings ago, we had a lot of calls out in the city. The city's been very active lately, as we all know. We had a house fire out in the Rockford Hills area, multiple fires actually out in the Rockford Hills area, and a lot of traffic stops, a lot of speeding. So definitely watch your speed, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure that you're following all the laws of the city.
That's right, and wear your seatbelt because it may keep things from being pinched out there.
Yes, or you might end up being super talented, like Sergeant Hernandez, who ran himself over with his own vehicle. He's okay, but that is definitely something that happened the other week. So definitely watch yourself and make sure you are buckled in.
That's right. I heard he was treated and released on scene, so it's good that your officer's able to go home at the end of shift.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he went home with a few extra tire marks on his legs.
I did hear that it just rolled over his ankle, but still, so talented. He ran himself over with his own vehicle.
He he says something about as a recall on those Fords. That's what happens when you drive them Ford vehicles around. Sometimes it
Mm,
doesn't go quite as good as you hope it does.
yeah, yeah. We got mixed emotions on that, but I know Vapid is doing pretty well with as I have a Ford myself. But that's another conversation.
For another day.
Yeah, for another day. But yes, indeed. So watch out for the I almost said seatbelt traffic.
Cedo ejecto.
Yeah, but definitely make sure that you have your seatbelts on. And we'll be looking out for a lot of awesome stuff be coming out in the city. Have you been listening to any music lately?
Not really. I haven't listened to much music. We've been trying to get around the city and catch up on
Yeah.
all these news stories
Yeah.
coming out at the beginning of the year.
Mhm.
So I really haven't listened to much news. I've been listening and re-listening to all of our taped interviews so we can make sure, we're professional when it comes time
Yes.
for our newscast. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge,
Mhm.
nudge. So
Absolutely.
yes, but I guess right now when I do get chances to listen to music, I've been listening to my Fandori app on my iPhone, my iFruit phone, my fruit phone, my pear phone, whatever that little phone thing we have it's called.
Your
I've been
iFruit
listening to that
phone?
Pandora app.
Yeah. That is awesome. That is a good one. I've been listening to a lot of Riri lately. As I don't know if everybody heard, but she'll be headlining the upcoming match out at the Maze Bank Arena. It should be a fun time to see that all go down. So I just kind of had some of her remixes on throughout my playlist. But as always, just kind of changing it up with the music. I go from country 1 minute to Riri the next. So definitely has a wide music collection over at my place. But always a good time.
Most definitely, it never hurts to have a open mind about different genres and different styles of music because you never know what might perk your ears that day.
Absolutely. Um, yeah. Yeah, well, speaking of absolutely, this is, I do have to say that I have enjoyed every moment being with you here, Dick, and filling in for Sky. I am leaving. I may be back. I know. I may be back at some point. But Lindsay Warren is, I do have to go back to my home city for a little bit, my city, just to take care of a few things. Some family things have come up, and I'll need to go and reach out there for a bit, but I do hope to come back and be a part of this team. Again, I haven't lost my job here, thankfully. Thank you, Sky and Dick, for not firing me. But so I will be back when the time is right, but I do have to take a little bit of a leave of absence. But on a positive note, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. Sky Davis will be coming at you live from Weazel News with Dick Dastardly next weekend, and we cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch and to be on with you all at home by the great work that Dick and Sky do. And I'm excited, and I think everybody else will be as well.
That's right, Lindsay. We hate to see you go, but we are surely appreciative of you able to step up and stand in for Sky during her missing
Yes.
in action moments and during her moments of recovery.
Yes.
So at any time you are more than welcome to come back. If Sky needs to take a leave of absence for anything, you're
Yes.
always more than welcome to come back and hang out with us here at Weazel News.
Thank you, Dick. I really do appreciate it. Sky and I go way back. We both come from Vice City. We both, like I said, when I first came on, I was essentially her coffee girl. When she first started her career, I am honored to follow in the footsteps of Dick and Sky. So with that being said, this is the Kuffs FiveM gaming server. Weazel News coming at you live every night. We never have a day off. Every Sunday at 8:15 p.m. EST. Join the go to kuffsgaming.com for all server information. kuffsgaming.com/guide for the player's guide. You have to be 16, 16 in order to join the server as a civilian, which you must be for a few months before you can have any whitelisted role, including LEO and Fire. Discord.me/Kuffs. Streaming, hit that exclamation point rotation to see who is streaming next. Tomorrow night it'll be Ace and Excalibur, so definitely check them out. And check out the rest of the community as well. We have awesome community streamers, including Jamie, who's sitting right next to me, and a whole bunch of other people. Hopefully the link will post, but we'll see. It might need to be posted again, hopefully not, but we will make it work. But with that being said, thank you everyone for being here with us. We are so excited to be back with you guys and hanging out, and we look forward to this incredible new year, and I look forward to seeing what happens.
Yes, Miss Weazel, and thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. So with that being said, we thank you for being here, and this is Weazel News, and we will see you on the next one. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Windows.
Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weazel. You don't really wanna miss Weazel News. We keep the city on their P's and their Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weazel News. We keep the city on their P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with Cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weazel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weazel.